Perception Media. I am your assistant Geek, and I'm going to be doing really quick recaps of each season of Buffy. Buffy Summers is a 16-year-old girl who's just moved to Sunnydale, fictitious Santa Barbara, with her mother Joyce after being expelled for burning down the gym of her last school in Los Angeles. In the first episode, she meets her new watcher, the ever-nerdy librarian of Sunnydale High, Posh Brit Rupert Giles. She further meets fellow Sunnydale High students, nerdy Willow, awkward Xander, and popular mean girl Cordelia. And last, we're introduced to Principal Flutie. He'll be a tasty treat. She learns Sunnydale's on a hellmouth, an entrance to hell where evil beings converge. We also meet Season 1's big bad, the Master, who wants to open the gates to hell and be released. Buffy has many prophetic dreams about the Master, as she did in the movie. In the third episode, The Witch, we meet Amy, who will be more important later on, thus starting a trend of great callbacks this show does expertly. In Teacher's Pet, Xander falls in for a teacher who's a giant bug lady who wants to mate with virgins. Oh, our first Xander Gets Owned episode! Episode 5, we learn about the Anointed One, who's pretty pointless and very easily defeated by Spike in the next season, and Giles gets kidnapped. Oh, our first Giles Gets Owned episode! In the 6th episode, Xander is possessed by, along with a gang of bullies, by evil hyena ghosts that eat Principal Flutie. I said he was going to be a tasty treat, right? And we get not only our first Giles Gets Knocked Out episode, but our second Xander Gets Owned episode. But don't worry, there will be plenty more of both of those things to come. Next episode, we learn Angel, Buffy's obvious love interest, is not only a vampire, but a vampire with a soul, having been cursed by gypsies for turning their princess not only insane, but also into a vampire. In the next season, we'll learn that this vampire gypsy is Drusilla, Spike's insane lover. In the 8th episode, we actually get a pretty deep storyline about the dangers of online dating and how evil computers and technology can be. In the puppet show, Goosebumps comes to Sunnydale and Slappy's creepy. Also, he's not Slappy, he's just a dummy who was cursed and then gets revenge on the demon who cursed him and gets set free. It's actually kind of uplifting and terrifying all at once. In Out of Mind, Out of Sight is a terribly sad episode where a girl who is so ignored she literally becomes invisible and is taken by the government to be trained as a spy, foreshadowing for the initiative. And then in the season finale, Buffy dies but is then saved by Xander. She goes to prom in a white dress mirroring the end of the film. And the Hellmouth is opened and a multi-headed demon thingy comes out, but don't worry, they kill it. And the Master. For now. Grr.